Metal Tripping, metal stories straight from hell. Well, actually it's my car. Let's go. Good. Bang your heads. Woo! This band though, my god. So good. So good. Alright. Woo! Give me a minute. Wow. Hi there and welcome back to a brand new episode of Metal Tripping. My name is Alina and I'm gonna take you guys on a new metal trip. In this episode, you heard it a few seconds ago, I'll catch up with a Dutch post-hardcore band 2andahalfgirl. They're from Utrecht, Netherlands and released their banger EP Disconnected last October. So in the middle of all this COVID chaos around us, I definitely need to ask about that. And about the live sessions they played, and about their song Disconnected. That one is about social media addiction. Whew, so many things I want to ask. By the way, the song you just heard is called Separated. Some of you maybe saw 2andahalfgirl in one of Jared Dine's videos. He put that one out, I think, last year. And in the video, he presents 10 sick female-fronted metal bands, and 2andahalfgirl is one of those bands in the video. So yeah, check that one out if you want to. But not now, do it later, because we have a date right now with Pim and Daan from 2andahalfgirl. I'm gonna call them right now, so lean back, make yourself comfy in the passenger seat. I'm gonna call the boys right now. Hello there.
Here we are.
Yes, great, amazing. Thank you so much for taking your time.
No worries.
It's cool. So, yeah, should we just jump right into it and just start it?
Yeah?
Yeah? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So, once again, thank you so much for taking your time. I know it's a really boring and standard question, but how are you guys doing right now in this COVID chaos and...
We're doing fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are still in lockdown, right?
Yes. Yes, we are.
But we're really happy that the Dutch government made an exemption for professional, quote mark, professional musicians. So we can at least see each other.
That's cool.
That changed a lot.
Yeah, but it's a bummer, right? It's so frustrating and kind of sad to see that there's not really a perspective, at least in Germany. Like everything is just canceled. There's nothing. There's the whole festival summer is canceled here. We don't have like Rock am Ring, Rock am Park. I don't think that Wacken is happening. Yeah, it's so bitter. But I think supporting each other, supporting the bands that you love is more important than ever, I think. So I hope my podcast can do its part when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So to get to know your band a little bit better, and since this podcast is called Metal Tripping, I have some short questions for you guys that need really fast answers. Okay.
Okay.
Shall we
So,
do one at a time?
do we answer at the same time?
Yeah, to see. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. That's funny. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Circle pit or mosh pit?
Mosh pit.
Mosh pit.
Yes, very good. Stage diving or crowd surfing?
Stage diving.
I haven't ever stage dived before,
No.
so I'm gonna say crowd surfing.
Okay.
That's before.
Okay, cool. Last show 2andahalfgirl played live before COVID.
It was our EP release show.
Well, that was during COVID.
Oh, before COVID.
Yeah,
before
before.
COVID.
Yeah, before.
Supporting for I Am King.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That was the last regular show.
in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice, cool. So as a supporting band,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay. Last show you guys been to before COVID? Who do you saw live?
For
before?
me, it was Beartooth and the Amity Affliction. It
God.
was like on March 8th, and I think March 9th, lockdown was. So it was the last chance.
Wow.
Really thankful I went there.
Yeah.
It was a day after you went to Beartooth. I went to Kenshek Pai in Paradiso.
Oh,
And
cool.
after
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my last. It was actually the day before everything went in lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, mine was too. I think it was I Prevail. They played a show in Hamburg, and one day after there was this lockdown, I was like, "What? It was my last show for like, feeling like forever." Oh,
Yeah, more than a year ago.
it's insane. It is. I miss it so much. I can't even like watch live videos anymore because I get so sad that it's not possible.
I had that one too.
Yeah, like a breakdown. Okay, and next question. Last metal song you heard in the car?
Last metal song in the car.
Wow. I'm not really driving in cars that much these days.
You got two of the 5 members who don't have a driver's license in your
okay.
right now.
Yeah.
So I think, I tried to remember last car drive, but
I really don't know. I was in a car yesterday and I listened to 10 by Pearl Jam. The complete album. So I listen to rock music, but it's not really metal. But
okay, but it's rock. Yeah, it's cool.
It was probably some from the last Stray from the Path record.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Best road trip you ever did?
As a
Maybe
band?
with your parents when.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Road trip is like.
Or
did they count
vacation
as well?
with.
So
yeah.
vacation is counting as well.
Yeah.
I went to a surf camp once with some friends. It was really nice, and I also played there with their band.
Oh, cool! Like at the beach.
Yeah, it was kind of at the beach at the campsite.
Nice.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And you?
For me, I probably have to say with one of my first bands I ever played in, we got to do a show in Berlin. But it was like nothing I'd like to do now, because it was like we got like food and drinks and that's it, and we drove all the way from Amsterdam to Berlin.
Oh, wow.
That's a very nice story, and we just really wanted to do it, and in the end we played for I think 5 people and my parents, because they wanted to visit Berlin, so they thought like let's do it when he plays there. And I still have so much fun thinking back on how many hours we sat in a car.
Yeah, it's across Germany, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long trip. Okay.
Do it again, but then when there are people.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. 3 words that describe the sound of 2andahalfgirl. Just 3 words. I know it's a tough one.
Energy, for sure. Melody, I guess.
Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Those 3.
Yeah. Because I think in particular our vocal style is pretty raw.
Yeah.
Most of the times.
But very melodic.
Yeah. Raw but melodic.
Yeah. And
Raw but melodic. I like that. That's cool. Okay, and the last one. It's a country-based question. Rhythm Temptation or DJ Tiesto?
Ooh,
Neither?
Neither, yeah. To
Good
be honest.
answer.
But that's just a taste thing, I guess. But
Yeah.
I'm not really into the symphonic side of rock. But that's just me. And I'm not really into the electronic side of music at all. So yeah, for me neither.
Okay, that's for the fast questions. So let's talk about a little bit about your band history and your band name. I read in an interview that 2andahalfgirl, there's like actually no really a reference to 2.5 men. Is that right? No. Okay.
No, it was just a joke. We started in school, me with the 2 girls in the band. Somebody gave us that name, we decided to went for it because it was just for an exam for a short period of time, and we never intended to go on with the band, and then we did. And within school, the name kind of stuck, and then we had to release something. We were like, well, let's keep it. And the thing I like about it is that, no disrespect to any bands in the genre, but a lot of metal bands are really angry, and we're not. So we wanted to have a name that was not like very dark or angry or. So it was just, let's have a fun name.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like the opposite of yeah.
Release, you're just stuck with it.
Yeah.
You can't change that anymore after your first release. So this is who we are, yeah?
Yeah, and I think it fits perfectly. So you guys found each other in school. Like, which grade was that? Was it early on?
It was like in Holland we got the Herman Brood Academy, which is like a school for, well, you don't get to be taught how to be a professional musician, but you get 3 years of finding what kind of musician you want to be, and they really help you with how the music business works. So we got a lot of music business related school, and
also really teaches you how to cooperate with musicians you don't know.
Okay.
That's, I think, a big struggle for a lot of young musicians who don't really know how this business is working.
Yeah.
So really teach you how the business is kind of working and how to cooperate with other people.
Yeah. And how
Wow,
to make,
that's cool.
a brand and a business from your music.
That is amazing. That's such a cool concept. So that there's someone who supports you and kind of that pushes you in the direction you want to go. That's cool.
But it's not really focused on your own band. It's just overall you learn those things and you can. How do you say that?
I think it's just a different version of a conservatory, where it's less focused on how good are you able to play, but more how are you gonna make a living out of music
okay.
till you're done. And the good thing is you find like all your classmates have the same dreams and the same aspirations, and you don't have struggles like I want to do this full time and the other band members don't. So you find like-minded people.
Wow. So did you guys know when you guys found each other and said, all right, we wanted to do music together, how you guys wanted to sound like? Or was it like...
Not at all. You want to do this? Or?
Well, I mean, I wasn't in the band when they started. So it was Daan, Juliette, and Anna. They were with the three of them. They started, and I think they already had like 2 other members playing with them. But before the first show, the first member already decided that he didn't want to do it anymore. So basically, Daan called me because he knew that I liked rock music, and he said, "Do you want to do these shows with us?" And I said, "Okay, let's do it." And I kind of rolled into that, and then became an official member. I don't know at which point, but it just rolled into each other. And
I think I called you like we got like 20 shows starting next week. Here are 10 songs. Good luck. But I asked him because I thought he could do it, and he was a nice mate to hang with. And then you kind of rolled into it. Same with the bass player. Our previous bass player just wanted to focus on other things, which is perfectly fine. And we found a bass player which wasn't into rock at all. And we just find like a middle ground. And now we have like, in the beginning it was really hard to find what is the direction we want to go, which side of heavy music we all like.
And that's also because I think all 5 of us are coming from very different music genres. Or preferences, let's say like that. So at the beginning was like, are we going this side with the song or that side? And now we have sort of a formula. Kind of a formula that like works for us, and we just have found the things we have in common, the things we like in common, and we make great music out of that.
I think that's when I first heard you. It was through the Jared Dines video that he put out where you guys were in. And I was like, that is so cool. It sounds so fresh and new, but at the same time, it has like all these elements that I love about heavy music. So yeah, it's so cool. And I like the fact that you said that you guys come from different like backgrounds, because on your Spotify profile, there are playlists of you guys, which songs shaped you. And that's a really wide range. There's so many bangers like Slipknot and I don't know, Bullet for My Valentine, but also like Machine Gun Kelly and Fleetwood Mac and
I think it ranges from Taylor Swift to death metal.
Yeah, right. That's amazing.
Yeah, we also got a playlist our own because obviously when we're driving to shows and stuff, we listen to music. But since our taste is so differently, we all just put in our own music, and I think it has 4,000 songs in it. Because everybody wants to have, because it's random. So if I have the most of my music in the playlist, my chances of hearing my music are bigger. So it probably every show it's like when
it's kind of a fight.
Yeah, 4 people are angry and 1 guy is enjoying it, and then it's somebody else and 4 people hating it. But it works for us.
So you guys are from Utrecht, right?
Yeah, the band is.
The band is.
Nobody is officially from Utrecht.
No.
Okay. Yeah. But how is this like the heavy scene? Like, are there a lot of like heavy bands around you guys, or is it like more, I don't know, a little bit less heavy in your country?
To be honest, if I'm looking at cities, Utrecht is way better than Amsterdam, where I'm from, because there are no bands at all. I believe there's only like an indie scene.
Okay.
But it's not as prominent as in Eindhoven, which is really, I think, the heavy city of the Netherlands. They also have like a school for metal.
Amazing.
How to be metal. But I think a lot of bands are from here. I mean, obviously John Coffey came from Utrecht, but also I think a little bit more bands. The band from Mos. Giza, a few other bands. So there are a lot of bands. Since there are a lot of music schools here, that the person individually might not come from Utrecht, but the band started in Utrecht. So it has a good music scene, I think.
Yeah. And did you ever like consider singing maybe in your like mother tongue in Dutch, or it was always like English? We want to do it in English to get a wide crowd. And
I think we never actually talked about this. But what I think it is that we don't really see a future for our band only playing in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I think it comes from there as well.
Yeah, I think two reasons. First of all, if you look at our Spotify listeners, Dutch cities are not in the top 10. So, that's obviously after you make music. But for me, writing most of the lyrics, I listen to English music.
Yeah, the inspiration comes from that.
Yeah, so if I hear a line I really like, it's in English. If something triggers me to write something, it's in English. So sometimes it's a bit of a struggle because it's not my mother tongue for none of us, but it sounds like the music I want to hear.
Yeah.
So that's
okay. I get that. Yeah. So we talk about the lyrics a little bit later on, but first let's talk about Disconnected, your EP. You put it out in October last year.
Yeah.
So in the middle of this bloody chaos. How was that? I think some songs were written before COVID, right? Or did you wrote it during lockdown?
All the songs were written before COVID.
Oh, okay.
I think when we were finishing recording, the lockdown began. So we had to do some of those last vocal lines at home, and we had to send it to each other, and we transferred and stuff. But most of the recording was already done. So it was, the EP was practically done at the beginning of the lockdown, and I think we just didn't want to wait till all this shit was over to release this, because you don't want to hold something up that you're making.
Yeah.
No, and to be honest, this was the first EP we wrote with the 5 of us, so it felt like the songs that were already out didn't really represent what we were sounding like now. So we rather just release it and just see at least then when somebody is looking up our Spotify or YouTube, they hear something that we want to sound like, and not something we used to sound like. I don't think the difference is that big, but it's for us at least.
Yeah, I get that. And I mean, Disconnected right now, it fits perfectly like to the whole situation we're in.
It was really an accident, because the song itself is much more about social media addiction and how would I describe it? Being glued to your phone, so you never have to be alone.
Yeah.
And then I just came up with that title for the song, and it was like, well, it fit perfectly at the time frame. And to be honest, none of the other titles to me really stood out like an album title or an EP.
Yeah.
So it was like, let's go with Disconnected. It fits perfectly for how we are disconnected right now. But the song is not about
it's a strong word, for sure. Oh, I read that in an interview as well, that it's about social media addiction, like the theme about it.
Well, that song is about social media addiction. I think the whole concept, although it's not really a concept EP, but overall, it's more about some bedroom rock star, like we all are, and we just want to be something bigger, and it's about the struggles that you face as a beginning musician.
Yeah.
Okay, so the artwork, that's what the artwork is about. Do you see this dude in his room like rocking out with his guitar? Yeah, cool.
If you're really looking close, you can see references to all the songs.
Okay.
So the fish that's drowning stands for Drown and Drain. The kid itself is carried away. He's got a picture of his parents with like broken glass, which stands for separated. And so every song has like a place in the album artwork.
Oh, that's such a cool idea. So there's this line in Disconnected that really speaks to me. It's you guys are saying it's a disease and we're all infected. It's a drug. Pull the plug, get me disconnected. And I mean, it's so true. If you're like walking around, you see so many people just with their phone, like, and even not just our generation, but my little nephew. I just realized that he's only 10 and he's watching like a lot of like streams on the internet and like TikTok, and it's so weird to see like this little guy just sitting on the couch with his phone, and you can't even talk to him because like, no, I have to watch this thing, and he starts like to talk like the guys in the stream, or to wear the same shirts, and it's a little bit creepy. But what I want to ask is, how hard is it for you to disconnect from all of this social media madness? What do you do? Just put it away and just leave it there and just go out for, I don't know, a walk or something?
I think like in times like these, there's not really much going on social media, for me at least, because I mostly follow bands and music-related pages, and there's not a lot to do right now. But I think in the last year, I also deleted Facebook from my phone, for example, and because I was just staring at my screen, and after 2 hours staring at your screen, you think like, okay, what did I do now? What did I just do? Did I see something interesting? No.
No, and I think it's good that you have to put in the, although it's small, it's a difference if you have to type in Facebook and just be there and go there instead of having it next to you. And to me, it's really, really interesting because unfortunately we don't make any money yet from the band. So I also have like a job, and that's selling instruments at a music shop.
Oh, cool.
So what I always say to parents for which when their kids want to start music, it's like, it's one of the last hobbies or things that's real, and it's not on a screen. So I think the hours we spend in rehearsal rooms, we are totally disconnected from the rest of the world, and just we are in the same room doing the same thing.
And that's actually funny, because actually everybody who's doing social media every day and every hour is actually disconnected from the real world.
Yeah, right.
So that sentence that you just quoted is actually kind of double as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's
pull the plug, get me disconnected, but that that person already is disconnected from the real world.
Yeah, and
you could also say pull the plug, get me connected.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the lyrics, let's talk about that for a minute, because they're pretty, I think sometimes pretty intense and intimate and really like heartfelt. When you write the lyrics, is it like, okay, I write for myself, just a little bit like, I don't know, for so many musicians always say, all right, writing music is the kind of therapy for me. It's a cathartic thing to do. Or do you always have the listener or the fans in mind that they can identify with it? So to keep it like really open, the lyrics, or wide?
I think I only wrote one song on the EP, and Daan wrote the rest of the songs. But I think if I speak for myself, I don't really think about the interpretation of others.
Okay.
It's just nice to get reactions after you put a song out from people who can relate to the lyrics.
Yeah, but we were never expecting that.
No, we're never expecting that. We're not writing lyrics for others. We're just writing it. We want to make something great for ourselves.
Yeah, and I really took a conscious decision. I don't like, and that's maybe me, and maybe that'll change, but when I wrote the lyrics, I think I was 22 or something, telling other people how to behave. So I don't really like that. I don't really like pointing fingers when you haven't figured out life yet yourself. So I was like, well, the only way I can put fingers is to myself. So I want to write lyrics pointing inward. What can I change? What are the things that we as a group, I wanted to write lyrics. It was kind of hard because I wanted to write songs that I'm not the main singer. So it can't be, for me, too personal, because it would be strange for Juliette to sing my lines if it's my story. So I wanted to have stories that were for the five of us, that we all relate to.
Yeah, but I do think that in all songs are parts that all five of us can relate to.
Yeah.
And not every song has the same connection to everybody.
Yeah.
But I think everyone knows where the songs are about.
Yeah. And I think the fans can find like bits and pieces where like, yeah, I've been in that situation as well, or I'm feeling exactly like what they'd been through. So my favorite song on this EP is Separated, because it's such a fucking banger. I always listen to it when I'm driving home from work. I'm like, all the time, because it's so cool. And you played some isolation sessions in, I think, the isolation session in September and Stream DBs in October last year. And you played some of those songs, right? Or you played? Yeah. How was that, playing in an empty club only with those camera dudes around? How was that feeling?
Weird.
Weird.
Yeah, it was weird because it was just something that we hadn't done before. So at the moment that we were playing, I kind of had to
Yeah, you had to get used to it.
I had to get used to it when I was playing the show, because we'd never done it before, so it was really weird. I didn't really know where to look at or where to walk to, or
I absolutely hated it, but it was also because we're a band that technically we like to play with amps and not digital amps. We're really old school in that way, so I really hated the fact that I had a headphone on. I had a perfect mix, and I'm not used to having a perfect mix in a show. So it was, for me, it was way too perfect, and I felt like we played a really shit show. And then when I look back on it and I listened to it, it was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. But in my head, it was really bad, because I can hear every little detail, and I'm not used to that.
I think that was also for me very weird to play with headphones on.
Yeah,
I haven't. Yeah, you can't.
You can't move, right? You can't just do this.
No. So that was. I think I actually dropped my battery twice. And it just broke twice, and I was like, "Fuck! I can't hear anything." So.
No.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so it was really rock and roll. I think I saw you guys when you were just like rocking out and don't actually give a shit that there's nobody. You just played for yourself, I think. And that was really cool. And you covered A Day to Remember and Paramore's Misery Business and All I Want, I guess, from...
Yeah.
That was so cool because it fits perfectly. It's almost like you wrote those songs on... They were your songs. That was so cool. How did you choose them? Was it like it's just because A Day to Remember is one of your like band favorites?
I think that bands like Paramore, bands like Day to Remember are examples of bands that we all like.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of bands that we don't like as a five of us.
Yeah, that somebody likes, but the rest of the band doesn't like it.
And I think that we just want to cover songs that we all like. So so that's where those songs come from, and I think...
Yeah, the Paramore one was a bit funny, because I thought I saw so many people making bedroom covers, and I was like texting Juliette, like, should we do a song? Which song should we do? I know she's really into Paramore, so I wanted to make a cover, and that just never really happened, but me and her already learned the song, so it was like, should we try it with a band? And it really worked perfectly, and obviously Paramore doesn't play that song anymore, because of one line, which we were like, well, fuck that.
We did.
I'm sorry. It's in the second verse, something with like, once a whore, you're nothing more.
Oh yeah.
And she doesn't really want to sing that line anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We were like, well, your choice, but it's still an awesome song. And since we play it, everybody comes to us like, I almost forgot about that song. It's so great. Yes, I know. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not our song, but at least we can give that song the...
Yeah. So are there other covers you would like to do, or do you have like love feature that I don't know, another musician or band you would like to do a feature with?
We already did, actually. We used to do a John Coffey cover, Roadneck, for I think the whole 2 years, whole first 2 years we were a band. We did that cover, and we did a very cool thing at our EP release with Stefan, and he's from Boni Macaroni. It's a Dutch emo band, and we did one of their songs together with him on the release. So that was, I think, really cool to do.
Yeah. But I mean, when we write new music, we were just discussing that. Like, I'd really like to have almost like a hip hop album, which is full with features. It's so normal there to share audiences. So I'd like a lot of guest vocals on our record, but it's just figuring out, like, we're still very small. How do we reach the people we want on an album?
Okay, but if you could choose one, who would it be? Like, which band or which, I don't know, singer, songwriter maybe?
I think we'll have the same discussions as we have like in the music taste. Because I know my top tier would be Sam Carter. But I mean, some people, vocalist from Architects. Some people in our band really don't like Architects.
I don't even know any songs of them.
So that's really funny. And I think it's always a bit choosing, like, because we have so many different type of voices in our band. It should be a voice that we don't already have.
Yeah.
So maybe Drew from Straight from the Pad would be really nice, because we really like that band.
Yeah, nice.
Energy-wise, that would fit really well. I see Simon from Biffy doing a lot of things. He can always hit us up. That
would be cool. Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite bands that I introduced to them.
Yeah.
And they started to like it now, so that's cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. We haven't thought about this question so much.
No, we only talked about like we want to do it, but not who. Yet, so. I can ask anyone, but they'll also know. Yeah.
So you guys, when looking on your socials, on Instagram and your stories, there's something happening. There are some like pictures of you guys in the rehearsing room and recording maybe some stuff. Is there something new coming around?
Well, so since we cannot play,
we
haven't been able to play the last year. We found ourselves in a spot that we are able to work on new music, which was first starting from home, just writing some ideas myself and Daan himself.
Yeah.
And then bringing them in. I think since half a year we're rehearsing again once a week, sometimes twice a week, just working on new material.
Nice.
I think we have a lot of songs, and there's something coming out quite soon. Not too much, to be honest. It's just probably drop something.
Please.
That'll be in the near future. That won't take too long. But the rest of the songs we still have to see, because our writing sessions, or like our way of writing, is really slow. And it works for us, but it's such a big puzzle for us. We have like so many riffs and versions, and we want to try so many different things that it's been in our heads for months before we record it. So we have tried every possible option.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of songs, but we don't even know if they're gonna make it to a record, because we're a band that likes to write 40 songs and choose the best 12 instead of writing 12 songs and release them.
Sure. Yeah.
Really shit. Well, that could be something.
Okay, and lyric-wise, is it like, not inspired, but like the whole situation, like it's...
Some of them probably will be.
Yeah.
I think there are also a lot of songs, new songs that will be about the situation of our band. So that's kind of about COVID, but it's also kind of in line with the EP.
Yeah.
About still being the coming of age guy who doesn't know how to deal with.
I'll probably won't write lyrics aimed at the government to do something differently, because we're all in a situation that I think there are no right answers yet, because we don't know how to deal with it. So I'm not going to be the guy telling you how to do things.
Yeah.
We'll probably write about how it affects us.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. So excited.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Before I let you go, I have another question. Since this podcast, we're on a meta trip, right? So we need some other bangers. With this podcast, there will be a Spotify playlist. And in this playlist, there are songs from the guests that are on the episode. Not only like right now 2.5 Girl songs on it, but songs that you guys listen to while driving around. So are there any bangers that have to be on this playlist?
Obviously.
A lot.
Try. I'd say Boney Macaroni MDA.
Let's put Boney on there.
Okay.
It's the Dutch emo band. We'll send you a link.
Yes, please. Okay.
Maybe something heavier as well, because I'm not sure if this audience is the right audience for Boney, but we just like it so much we'll shove it.
We don't give a fuck about that. We put it in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And we would like as many people as possible to hear them, because they're fucking great.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, I'm only thinking about new stuff.
Yeah.
I know that the new Pace Shifter singles are very cool. Dutch band, I like them a lot, but there's also not really metal.
Try. Well, that's maybe not really a band pick, but my pick would be the new While She Sleeps song. Nervous.
Yes.
Since it's lyrically something that we could have written. It's like a theme that really fits us.
It's the Nervous song, right?
Simon Neil. It's about mental health, and I really liked. They said in an interview that the line "I'm nervous" was written for when people are singing along. That they are really saying I have a problem, and that's the first step in admitting and finding help. So I really like the idea of a band being a first step in someone's.
Yeah, that band is amazing. While She Sleeps is so just amazing. Okay, so While She Sleeps, what was it? Boney Macaroni? Boney Macaroni. Okay. What about some death metal? What about black metal? But Behemoth, maybe some Behemoth in it.
That's something that I think I'm the only one really listening to those heavier genres. I think our vocalist is really into Beartooth. I think Anna, our drummer, is really into the more metalcore kind of stuff. So Amity Affliction, Architects. What's some other bands? I think a really good band pick would be
Stories of Far.
Yeah.
And the I'm forgetting the name, but it was
Turnstile.
Turnstile.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Nowadays.
Yeah. In my opinion, as well.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, put that on the playlist.
Yeah.
We'll send you some links.
We will put a list together today.
Oh, that is amazing.
Send you through mail.
Cool.
Just some songs you like. We can also ask the other guys because they're coming to rehearse in a couple.
Do that. That would be cool. And then I put it in the playlist.
Nice.
So, thank you once again. That was so cool talking to you. Yeah, I wish you all the best and good luck with the new music.
Yeah, and with the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Please send us a link when it's done.
Yeah, really curious what other bands you're going to promote, so we'll follow.
Alrighty. So, everybody who's listening to the podcast, go check out 2andahalfgirl. They are amazing. They have an EP out called Disconnected. Check it out. Share it with your friends, family, parents. I don't know. Just get the music out there. Buy some merch.
We do have some shirts. We do have some CDs.
Stickers.
Just send us a message through email, through Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
We'll make it work.
Buy it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So it's time to say goodbye, I guess. Good luck. Greetings to the others.
Yeah.
And we stay in contact.
We will.
All right.
Cool.
Have a nice day.
You too, guys. Bye.
Aw, such sweethearts. So yeah, you heard it. Check out 2andahalfgirl's EP Disconnected and all of their other songs. They are amazing. Buy some merch, CDs, stickers. You can find all those things on the band's socials or on Bandcamp. Definitely check out their live sessions as well. You can find them on YouTube. Show them some love, they deserve it. Last but not least, check out the Metal Tripping playlist with 2andahalfgirl on Spotify. In there you can find the band's favorite road trip songs. So yeah, that's it for now. In the next episode I talked to a band that is recently touring in Australia. Yep, you heard it right. Real touring, playing live in front of a crowd of people. Like, real people. So you better stay tuned for the next episode. Alrighty, that's all. But I'm not gonna let you guys go with another song by 2andahalfgirl. This is their song, Drown and Drain. Turn it up, stay safe, and stay metal!
and poison till my mind says I'm alright. I am getting closer to the edge of